Give me a hot second, folks. Give me a hot second. Hey, Natasha. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Man, I've been off and on doing this, trying to do this, but Natasha's a bad actor. Don't let nobody BS you. She be riding that bus and she got a pipe with concrete in the end of it sitting next to her seat so she can don't make her raise up. Matter of fact, if I standing there and I see her bus pull up, no, that's okay. I'll wait on the next one because I know it's gonna be some heat. I've been doing what I'm doing here. I've done this on others people's channels for years, and I could never get the well, y'all know I don't have any problem voicing my opinion or talking or whatever the heck. I'm not gun shy, camera shy, none of that shy. But it just never it just never happened. But then people like, man, you need to do this on your channel. You need to, because man, one guy even told me, he said, man, you outpacing me on my own music stream. I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to outpace anybody. We just talk about this stuff. But anyway, warning, the stream's current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. Open widget. See, here go YouTube with this mess. Here we go with this mess. They love screwing with you. Bit rate is on. We recommend. Hey, okay, so let me go to my channel and see what I look like myself to see if I'm upsy downsy or Borgen or any of that other good stuff. Cause of course I can't see myself, on the computer unless y'all tell me what I look like or not. So if it's breaking up or Borging or any of that other stuff. Let me see. That's me. It looks fine to me. Anyway, I think they tripping. It looks fine to me. I don't see anything wrong. Anyway, music. Like how we get into it with Sly, with me and Sly and Truth, and we go back and forth with music and back and forth. And y'all seen the deal that we had last night, which, of course, everything is subjective when you think about it. Everything is subjective. Me, I listen to everything. You see what you're looking at the screen. Those are the hammers from Pink Floyd's album, The Wall. Floyd got my mixtape T-shirt. Yes, I used to for about 10 years. I can't even count how many mixtapes I've created and sold. Can't create. I mean, I was in the Army. I started that when I was in the Army and didn't stop until I got out. Went from cassettes to CDs and everything. But everything from Alice Cooper, ZZ Top, Deftones, Pink Floyd, Grandmaster Flash, Tribe Called Quest, you name it. If anybody even paid attention to what I put in my community post on my main channel, you'd understand. And I want to say this part here because I had some this was a while ago, but it was so funny. I was wearing a Floyd. I just happened to be wearing a Floyd t-shirt. It didn't say nothing. It just have the red hammers, have the hammers on the front, and it just says "Trust Us" on it. That's all it says. That's the tour t-shirt. The boom boxes to Bluetooth from Blue. Yeah. I don't like this. I understand let me explain to you the disco thing. All right, all right, I'll go back to the poser thing. Somebody, y'all remind me. Don't let me forget about having to break kneecap some posers. I'm in that era with disco. I'm not, well, you may as well say technically I was a minor because I wasn't an adult, but I wasn't a little itty bitty kid. And it disco was, I mean, it was just, the TV and they doing the twirl and all the crazy, the Studio 54, Saturday Night Fever. And I was like, now, granted, there's no denying whether you like it or not. The disco, it pretty much just swept the planet, and because it really swept the globe. And I remember this deal. I want to say it was in a football stadium in Chicago, like Soldier Field or something like that, where they had all these records, disco records, and smashed them up and rolled over them with a machine or blew them up or something like that. I remember something along that line when I was a youth. And I mean, I don't knock any of the people. It just wasn't my gig. Because at that point in my life, you have to remember, I was still, a lot of us that was listening to rock, we are still listening to the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin, and you know what I mean? And especially my dad's blues records, Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters, and I, even at a young age, I realized the similarity. You was born in 72. Yeah, I'm older than you. I'm older than you by a nice clip. Well, not too much, but I'm older. I'm older than you. And yeah, my mom, she liked disco, but dad, like I said, Muddy Waters. You know what I mean? Howlin' Wolf, Willie Dixon. You know what I mean? That's what, Spoonie and McGee, that's what my dad listened to. And then my big brother, who's older than me, so he was a young boy, during the 60s. Yeah, the Chicago. Yeah, I knew it was something. I knew it was somewhere around there because 79, either July. Now I was getting ready to go to high school, and either I was in high school or of either a freshman or getting ready to go. But so that's what I was listening to. Then I got my big brother, who's went to college there in Michigan State University. And I say he's older than I am. And so when he goes to college and he come back with the college music of, from the Simon and Garfunkels, you know what I mean? Strawberry Alarm Clock, the Doors, you know what I'm saying? That's what he comes back with. Led Zeppelin, mainly Simon and Garfunkel. When I was young, between watching a movie called The Graduate, I don't know if any of y'all seen this movie. It got Dustin Hoffman in it, and the name of the movie is called The Graduate. And Simon and Garfunkel done the score for the movie. And Mrs. Robinson was the main song during the deal. And I'm like, these guys are great. They're minimalist in sound, but yep, incense and peppermint. Yep, strawberry alarm clock. But meet the Doors and the Beatles and the Stones. Man, I used to when I was a youth, like I say along, but I can understand now that I'm older why the blues, and that because that's where they got it from. That's where Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones and all those guys they tapped into the blues. And I guess that's why I liked both of them so much. But that, and then he would come back, like I said, so now he's playing I Am a Rock. I got, with uh, Simon and Garfunkel. So I got Mrs. Robinson, I Am a Rock, Bridge Over Troubled Water, The Sound of Silence, The Boxer, Love Me Like a Rock. I mean, man, I'm like, these guys are great. How, they got this sound. They just need a couple of little backup people. I wish I could have saw I watched it live on HBO, Simon and Garfunkel, when they done their thing in what's that big giant park in New York City? Um I can't think of the name of the park. But it's everybody. My brain is just all over the place. But it's Central Park. Central Park. Yeah, I think it's Central Park in New York City. And I'm like, man, this is great. Wow. I mean, but I'd already been listening to Simon and Garfunkel since I was, 8, 9 years old, because of my big brother. So I got dad with his blues. I got my grandpa and my grandparents. When I say live next door, I mean literally. You know, our address is 558. Theirs is 560. You walk out our door, down the steps, sidewalk, up the next, up the next thing, go up the stairs and into the door, and you're in my grandparents' house. Literally. When I say next door, I mean next door. And my grandma, who's from Alabama, daughter of sharecroppers, listen to classical music. That's all she listened to. Classical music. And it was a radio station. She always had the radios playing, and it's classical music, or it'd be instrumental music to modern day songs, but there'd be no singing. It'd just be done in a classical form. That's what she listened to. Now, I think I know where she picked that up at, but I'm not, it's cool. Grandpa, Duke Ellington, the big band, swing. So I'm getting all this as a child. And we're in Detroit Rock City. And I always tell people, you from Detroit? Man, I thought I said, man, they call it Detroit Rock City. Okay, Detroit was predominantly black during that period. So if it's a rock city, who do you think was buying and listening to them rock and roll records and all them rock and roll radio stations in Detroit? It was us. It was us. Do I listen to Motown? Sure, I listen to Motown. My mom loves Motown. That's something else I got from mom was Motown. Four Tops and the Supremes and, all that other good stuff. Got all that from mom. But everything, I mean, and you're just getting hit with all this in different eras. Then my brother, under my big brother, he's into the funk thing was just kicking in, the bell bottoms and the big afros and the bump, 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 bump. So I'm getting that from him because I'm the youngest boy. So I'm getting blues, yeah, Motown, yeah, classical, grandma, big band, grandpa, college music, Big Brother, Funk, my brother that's 4 years older than me, and you're in Detroit. You couldn't go nowhere in Detroit when I was a child and not hear something playing, something. Even as a before the boom box days, you always stores, they got music, they got speakers sitting out front. And to add insult to abject injury, um, one of our family owned, well, family by marriage only, family member married someone else, and she got divorced, and her ex-husband owned the record store, and it's called the Smash Rack, and it's closed now, but it was on the corner of Snowden and Finkel in Detroit, Michigan. I can take you straight there from, I can jump in my car and drive from Texas and drive you straight to it. And we used to go in there all the time, and I learned a lot about music and how to run a store and whatnot from them. Because they have us stacking racks, shifting records around. This new song, this new record come in, and we got to put it on the display up front at the counter. They had a turntable on the counter. They'd play a record for you. They would play it for you like somebody want to listen to it. They always had something playing. And people hear it, hey, what is that? Or to look at the album or get the 45 or whatever. And then a lot of stuff that would be having to go back to the distributor, because I learned, like I say, I learned a lot. The distributor, they distribute into record stores all over the place. And this is selling hotter over in this area than this area over here. This Parliament album is doing better over here than KC and the Sunshine Band. I'm just making up to. So we'd take some of them KC because you only sold 5, you only sold 10 of them this week, and we sent you 50. So we got strike while it's hot. We're going to take 30 of them from you and send them over to this store that's selling them. They're selling 3 of them a day. And we'll give you this. We'll guinea pig you. So when your store had low volume, you would become a guinea pig. But in a way, that kind of brought us into music that we probably never would have heard. If that makes any sense. Who is this texting me? Not now. Not now. Not now. Okay, that's fine. But anyway, but that's how I got a hold of Ultravox and Visage and Peter Murphy, Bauhaus. Oh my goodness. Bella Lugosi's dead. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. And I'm like, what is this? He said, that's Bauhaus. Bauhaus? Said, isn't that an Eastern European, East German designer? Because learned all that stuff in school. And hey, Ednies. And but that's how. So now, and then I'm growing and I'm listening and I'm playing. Yeah, and Bootsy Collins. Look, I remember when Bootsy Collins was playing for James Brown. It was a thing we used to watch on TV called The Tammy Show, Tami, The Tammy Show, black and white TV, of course. That was my introduction to, and I tell people, go listen to any of the old James Brown's albums, and you'll hear him play, Bootsy, and you hear boom, 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 Bootsy, boom, 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 Bootsy, and Bootsy back there with his eyes closed, and he just going. Now they all say James Brown was real hard to work for, but what cost? Do you want greatness or not? See, everybody, they said James Brown. Yeah, James Brown played, man, half of Parliament Funkadelics, half of Parliament, they all came from James Brown. James Brown is the Famous Flames or whatever like that. Yeah. When you hear him, that's James Bootsy Collins played for James Brown. When you hear him, I know y'all didn't hear when they say get a drummer some. Then you hear the keyboard, you hear burn it. Burn it. That's Bernie Worrell. That's Bernie Worrell. Foots, Bootsy, Bernie, all of them played for James Brown. All of them. And y'all know, hey, look, and I ain't even got to tell you who Foots is. I'm going to say one thing, and you're going to remember, and you'll know who Foots is. Tear the roof off the sucker, 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 tear the roof off the sucker. You got a real special thing going round in town. There's a whole lot of rhythm going down. That's Foots. How about that? They came from James Brown. No, James Brown, yeah. Oh, your mom she used to party with them. Wow. No, I wouldn't be trying to hit them. So I wouldn't. I'd be like, mama, stop. I'm like, wait, my mom be telling, I remember the first date I went on with your daddy. Mama, stop. I don't want to. And daddy be like, woman, just I don't want to hear it from you, mama, and I don't want to hear it from you, daddy. Now I know how I got here. Ain't no need of, can't fake the funk on that, but I don't want to hear the nuts and bolts of it. Just, no. No. Yeah, but a lot of these guys came, through Detroit, through Ohio, through DC. Because like I said, I remember when Parliament was with Casablanca Records. And then they had that contract name dispute. So that's when the name Funkadelic, my friend's dad was General Kane. Oh boy. What? And contract dispute. So, now it's Parliament Funkadelic. Then they dropped the Parliament altogether and it was just Funkadelic. Hey, Carrie, Casablanca, I think they shot themselves in the ass on that one in the long run. I guess they didn't think they were going to blow up like they did. But, Funkadelic and the Placebo Syndrome, Aqua Boogie, all them, man, Parliament was it. But anyway, I, getting bombarded with all those different music forms all at once, plus being in the record store, plus putting stuff on the racks, taking stuff off the racks, putting other stuff on the racks. And some of the stuff, I remember they would sell us records. I think they sell us 45s for like a quarter. They sell us like they sell us 45s for like a quarter, or give us, instead of, cause they probably was going to get less than that, sending them back. So they'd sell them to us for like a quarter, or give you these 10 here and say, give me $2, and you give them $2, cause minimum wage then was like $2 and, what was it? $2.65 or something like that. It was less than $3. Minimum wage was then, but I'm a kid. I don't pay no bills. I live at home. Mom and dad pay the bills. Well, mainly dad pay the bills. So hell, I got a check. That's money. I'm good. And had every time my brother that went off to college upgraded his stereo, and he had stereo. That's why I'm a stereo junkie to this day. I am, I had a lot of stuff, but dude, we're talking, this is in the 70s. That stuff is gone. I done moved, checking in before you hit the gym. There you go. Like I say, man, I'm telling y'all, man, Slides, Sliding got jacked. That's why I like when he be trying to hide it wearing them hoodies. He be trying to hide it wearing them hoodies. That's why I like. But when he wear a when he wear a t-shirt, you can see it. Sly is jacked. All right, Sly, be good, bruh. But he be trying to hide it wearing a hoodie. He don't want y'all to see that he jacked. But hey, we going live later on tonight on Sly's heavily flawed individual channel, He, I, and Truth. And I want to talk about this Philly. I want to talk about, well, number one, we ain't finished the thing from last time, but this Philly thing that he is, this Philly thing and the rap crack thing, we can go, because Truth gonna have something to key in on that. But Philly is out of control. But I'm gonna leave that to for the stream tonight. But so we would get 45s pretty much given to us. I don't know what the hell they are, but I got a record player in my room. Got a record player. I got a stereo, speakers, whatnot. I still have the same turntable and the same receiver that I had when I was in the 8th grade. I still got it. 9th grade, excuse me. I was a freshman in high school. I still got it. Because when I went to the Army, I left it at the house. And I didn't get it until many, many years later. And I put them both in the shop. And they worked. They just needed some cleaning up and tweaking and lubricating. This one, caps are bad, and they changed caps and this, that, and other. And if you look at my thumbnail for this channel, that's the turntable. I've had that turntable since the 9th grade. And to give you an idea, I graduated in 83. In my thumbnail, that turntable that you see, that's it. That turntable is sitting in my bedroom. It still works fine. Yeah. Dual, D-U-A-L, that's the brand. I still got the turntable. I still got the Pioneer receiver. It's in my office. I got the Pioneer receiver. It's in my office. Still works fine. When receivers were real big with a lot of switches and knobs and wood case with brushed aluminum face, I still got it. And my dumb ass actually looked up and went on audio come on, brain. Vintage audio website just to see what one was worth. And I got it for nothing. I got it for nothing. I'm like, but that's the only thing, because my brother, he's transitioned. He had congestive heart failure. So he's transitioned. So everything I got of his, it'll be with me until I transition, unless somebody find a way to take it away from me. So, but that's how, between that, listening to the radio, like I say, because it's Detroit, we were in the golden era of radio. I tell the younger cats, they have no idea what they missed, because we had the radio. We had radio personalities. I remember we used to argue and debate over which radio disc jockey was the best, which rock station was the best, which R&B station. Oh, JBLK is better than CKLW. No, it ain't. It's better than WGPR is better than, and then we be like, yeah, WGPR is the bomb. That's a trip. I still remember the DJs from WGPR Detroit FM. I can't remember the number, but I remember it was WGPR. It was all the way to the closer to the right end of the dial than the deep end. It was like in the 104, 105, 106 area. And um T Square, Tiger Dan, Marvelous Marv, your midday DJ. These guys are legends in Detroit radio. Marvelous Marv and the Electrifying Mojo. These guys are legends in Detroit radio. They're like celebrities to us old cats. They're especially Electrifying Mojo. They're like celebrities. Uh, yeah, there was all yeah, and mine was Electrifying Mojo because he brought new wave to inner city Detroit. You know, these are black men. They brought new wave into that, man, and some other stuff. It's some the Brides of Funkenstein. I got their vinyl album. Still got it. Never Buy Texas from a Cowboy. That song, I mean, I don't have to be in a mood to listen to that song. I mean, it's just there. And Mojo used to play the heck out of it. Tiger Dan used to play the heck out of it. And I love Tiger Dan, but I hated Tiger Dan because you trying to record a song on your cassette, your little cassette recorder, until my brother gave me his matching Pioneer cassette recorder. It was almost as big as the damn receiver because he went from Pioneer to Marantz. He went up. He went up big time. That is a big jump. But I didn't see it. To me, it was just stereo. And I'd be recording because I buy blank tapes from the record store. Or I do something extra, come up there, hey, you ain't supposed to be here. I need some tapes. Okay, you need some tapes? Yeah. All right, well, sweep and mop the floor, clean the bathroom, and take the trash out. And he give me 3 blank tapes. You know what I mean? But you're a kid. You're trading. I ain't got nothing to offer but labor. That's all I got. And then I'm recording the stuff, and it's and then hear his ass go with this call saying, Tiger, Dan. God dang it. You, ah. What do? You know, so you got to try to catch, and Mojo's gonna talk over it. Mojo talks over everything. You can forget it. But now in hindsight, that was a bonus. Them tapes are gold. His son made a YouTube channel of all of the stuff that he could get his hands on that was recorded from back in the day. I got tons of them. Now I'm scared to give them to. I ain't, you know, they ain't the greatest recordings in the world either, but I don't want to risk it. You know, I need to rip them from that cassette and put them on hard drive. But I used to love that. I mean, but I tell the kids of the day, they're cheated. And another one was at nighttime. It was on a radio station called WNIC. Nice. And they had the TV, because back in the day they used to have TV commercials for the radio stations with the personalities. WRIF 101 Detroit. Dick the Bruiser, the wrestler Dick the Bruiser, was a DJ, well, a radio personality on WRIF. Dick the Bruiser, on there every day, done the commercials and everything. WRIF, baby. Dog, what are you doing? It's crazy. Hey, somebody want an 8-pound pain in the ass? I'll put them in a box, ship them to you, and poke a couple of holes in it so he can breathe. But yeah, but yeah, I mean, but you remember but anyway, Alan Allman, WNIC 101, and his welcome to Pillow Talk with I'm your host, Alan Allman, and tonight we'll be playing the new such and such from this one came out, or this and that, and and this and that, and we'll start it off. Let's see, how shall we start this off? Okay, yeah, let's start this off with "Sailing" by Christopher Cross. No, 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 no. Christopher Cross was the darling of the airways for about 3 years. Okay, now we'll play Ships by Barry Manilow. Well, we're two ships that pass in the night. But here was the thing. This is what made him, and you can put Alan Allman, Detroit radio in a search engine and it, I mean, every big city, big radio station had their DJs, but man, we had them up there. And it was called Pillow Talk. And his sign out song every day was Kool and the Gang's Summer Madness. He signed out with the same song every day. Dun, 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 dun. And every day. And you knew that was it. He's done. And you're laying there, your ass supposed to be asleep because you got to go to school. But I'm laying there with the radio, with the stereo on. I'm like, how many kids you know that sitting here with a Pioneer high powered, fully loaded Pioneer receiver, a Pioneer cassette deck, and a dual 1219 Eitler Drive turntable in his bedroom playing through Advent two-way speakers. And I'm a kid. I had no idea at that time what this stuff was worth. But, your friends that come over, especially when start playing football and now you're getting popular and all this other stuff. And they go in my room and they like, what the hell? What is that? I'm like, it's mine. Where'd you get it? My brother gave it to me. Because he would always upgrade. He'd upgrade. When he upgrade, he give his stuff to me. Then after that, no more, because mom and dad, they already had that big giant console stereo that had the TV in it and 8-track on this side and the turntable on that side and big ass speakers on either side of it. That thing weighed a ton. I remember when it finally gave up the ghost and we had to pull it out to the curb for the man to come pick it up. That thing was heavy. But anyway, but then when that would go off, I can't remember. I'd probably just go to sleep or I wind up watching something else. I don't even remember. Listening to something else. And I had a TV in my bedroom, but I rarely watch TV. Normally, and sorry about that. And I could I had, like I say, I had a television, and Detroit, you had so many regular TV channels over the air: Channel 2, Channel 4, Channel 7, 20, Channel 50, Channel 50, and Channel 62 over the air television. But besides cartoons or watch the news, and that's something else too. Once dad went on night shift, I had to watch the news or I had to read the newspaper because I was his news source when he get in. What happened? Da da da. this happened. They shut down this intersection of part of the freeway because they redoing that. Coleman Young is in another scandal. You know, this, that, another lady that quit. She said she was fired. He said she quit behind his brother, giving her that work, and I was his news source. So I was forced. I think he done that on purpose. I think dad done that on purpose. he forcing you to watch, so I'm watching it for him. I'm his news source, you know, so, but I thank him for it and I miss him dearly. Yeah, I think we all were the remote, Natasha. I'm glad when I graduated from being the remote control, because that he loved his football, loved college football, and we watched football. But then that's when my sister under me, Lisa, she became the remote control. So I graduated. And something about, I still remember my dad coming to the room because I be thinking like I'm playing it too loud or something. Then I got a set of headphones. Guess what? From my brother again. But he's sitting in there scared the crap out of me. I'm sitting here, got my headphones on and sitting here and I'm reading the liner notes of the album. That's one thing. Another thing the kids ain't gonna, that they'll never get. The album jacket itself. It was art. You're an only child. I'm from a lot of 9, 5 boys and 4 girls. I'm the youngest boy, but I have 1 older sister and 3 younger sisters, but I'm the youngest boy because that's what that boy, girl, then boy, then girl. So we had a big family, big house, and it was always something going to, hey, remember the song Madness? Our house in the middle of our street, in the middle of the street, our house. I can relate to that song. Watching the video, I can relate to that song. And speaking of Madness, that's the song that brought them to the mainstream. Because prior to that, Madness is a ska band. And because I mean, that was our house. And you know, father gets up late for work, mother has to iron his shirt, then she sends the kids to school, see us off with a small kiss. She's the one, they're the ones she's gonna miss in lots of ways. Yeah, that was us. But I'm sitting there and I be reading the liner notes. I'm sitting on the side of my bed and I got the headphones on because I don't want to disturb them. And he come in and I don't hear him and he touch me and scared the shit. That's why it's a hole in the ceiling right there above my bed, because he had touched me and scared the shit out of me. You know, but bought a Zenith color TV with the knobs, lasted for a long time, 69 to 80. Yeah, back then they used to, yeah, you replace the capsule. It was just in the back. And you take the back off and you pull that capsule out and you exchange it and put another one back in. They don't make them like that. We had a Curtis Mathis, had the Cadillac of TVs. I don't even know if Curtis Mathis is still around, but we had a Curtis Mathis console. But yeah, and I'll take off the headphones. What? And why you guys say, well, I want to hear it, and I know you was in there watching, so I don't want to bother nobody. Then he's like, hey, what was that? Take that, turn it on. I'm listening to, and I'm like, what? He like, turn it on, take so I can hear it. Click. And I can't remember what it was. He said, no, you was playing something earlier. And I'm like, yeah, I was playing this. And I put this on and I'm playing it and whatnot. And he like, yeah, that's it. He said, who is that? I said, that's the Cars. Who? The Cars. Car, yeah, like beep, beep. Like, you work at Chrysler, build cars. Yeah, the Cars. Where are they from? I don't know. At the time I didn't know, but I'm like, I don't know. And I just replaced the TV. I just replaced the 42-incher in the bedroom. It finally it's a flat screen. one of the earlier ones, but it finally took a dump. So, but but everything else is fine. And he asked me to put that on a cassette for him. I still remember that. Why that? Now, did he actually? Yeah, they were from Boston, but I didn't. I mean, but at the time, you know, he like, where they from? I don't know. You know, I say I know now, but it's like Aerosmith. They're from, same thing, and that's another one that I've been listening to since I was a kid. And see, that's why the disco thing. See, because that's what I was listening to. I was listening to Fleetwood Mac, Jefferson Airplane, and then I had people do say, "You mean Jefferson Starship?" They were Jefferson Airplane before they were Jefferson Starship. And what? I'm like, you didn't know that? I said, you watch any of them Vietnam movies and whatnot, Full Metal Jackets and Hamburger Hills and all them other when they be playing the music. I said, you hear that drummer boy song? One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Call Alice when she was. And yeah, I said, that's White Rabbit. That's Jefferson Airplane. That's Grace Slick singing. And if you go chasing rabbits, and he like, are you? I said, dude, that's Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship, then Starship. Man, my favorite Jefferson Starship song is I think it's called Save Your Love. Going out and change the world, but don't lose your soul while you're trying. Man, that song is that song is great. Anyway, but anyway, he made I made a cassette for him. If he listened to it, I don't know. He might have listened to it. I don't know. Played it in the car going back and forth to work, or maybe he just wanted to, interact. He'd sit there and we talk and listen to this, and I play this, and he'd play that, and he played that. I'm telling you, I still remember the first time when he played, because I'm playing my Led Zeppelin, and I knew I'm like, man, I've heard this somewhere before. He said, yeah, that's Howlin' Wolf. He said, that's the Killing Floor, but it's called the Lemon Song for Led Zeppelin. And I'm like, yeah, I should have quit you. Miracles. I like that too. I like Miracles. Find Your Way Back. I mean, it's a lot of freedom at point zero. Yeah, they put out some great music. But Fleetwood Mac, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Supertramp, Paul McCartney and Wings for the era, because the Beatles had done their thing. And I remember breaking news on the radio when John Lennon was shot. I remember that. I remember the breaking news when Ronald Reagan got shot. I remember that too. But yeah, that was so disco. I'm like this. I'm like, make it stop. You got brass and electronica, and it seemed like every disco group said, you know what? Let me go find the ocean. I mean, I can go down the list with Led Zeppelin. I mean, just I mean, the Houses of the Holy album, I got them all. Coda, Physical Graffiti, Houses of the Holy, 3, 2, and 1. You know, I got them all, but I used to play Houses of the Holy to death. I'm surprised the needle didn't grunt, that the record isn't translucent. I didn't played it so much. But it seemed like the disco groups to me seemed like they say, you know what? Let's go find the worst drummer we can find and stick him behind a 7-piece combo. And I'm like, it didn't. And then what even made it worse is when I got my first bass guitar. See, there go Carrie. See, I'm just glad. See, I can talk smack because I'm over here. She can't. See, and if she called me, I ain't gonna answer the phone because I know a hand gonna come out of the phone. Carrie, and I'm trying to hang it up to make her. No, Carrie, no, not today. And I'm like, why does they? But I didn't understand, until I started playing. And I'm learning to play. And my buddy Keith Howard, he's a bass player. He went to another high school, but we lived in the same, pretty much, close, like 5 streets that way and 2 blocks the other way. And because I didn't mess with too many people that wasn't in my school or didn't play football. And he was neither, but somehow me and him became friends. Yeah, that I was made for loving you. That ain't, I mean, I know, I done heard it so many times. I'm like, I mean, it's cool. And I'm like, what is wrong with this drummer? He ain't even in the, look, your bass player and your drummer, they're part of your rhythm section, and your rhythm guitarist, if you have one, and a lot of disco, they didn't have one. They replaced the rhythm guitar with a keyboard player. And what is this? And then you're going to put in a string section. What is this? And from a musical standpoint, it didn't make sense to me. It just didn't. But hey, it is what it is. And then George Clinton he must have been asleep one night, and he woke up probably still wearing the funkadelic crazy stuff, still high on something, and went like this. And whoever was sleeping next to him, she like, George, what's the matter? There's a kid in Detroit, and he's suffering from disco overload. I gotta help him. And he went down to the studio and made the Undisco Kid, and he made it. I don't care what nobody say. I say he made that for me. Boom, 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 boom. Because I'm a bass player. Now here's the thing. Of course, that's one of the first song, one of the songs that I can play Undisco Kid with my eyes closed. Boom, 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 and then Bernie Worrell come in on the keyboard. The Undisco Kid, and I love that. That is my song. That is my song, my album, Kid Funkadelic. Man, shoot. And so he made that for me, and I ain't taking no other answer for it. Man, the Undisco Kid is it. I'm telling you, man. I ain't even gonna get into it, but it's easy to find out here now. Yeah, they all were drug addicts. All of them were on that. All of them were on something from that psychedelic era. Everybody, when the psychedelic drugs came, I'm telling you, you can tell when the Beatles got on acid. I mean, they music changed. big time, from Sergeant Pepper on up. I mean, listen to Tomorrow Never Knows by the Beatles. Listen to Tomorrow Never Knows. And you go, well, and another one, The Walrus by the Beatles. I am he as you are me, and you are he, and we are all together. See how they run like pigs from a gun. See how they fly. What? And I love the song. Compilation T-shirt, Stupid Bloody Tuesday, man. You been a naughty boy. You let your face grow long. What? I am the Eggman. They are the Eggman. I am the Walrus. Cuckoo, Cachoo. Policeman City. Pretty little policemen in a row. Look, I mean, dudes, died because of heart issues related from coke. Yeah, coke, acid, and they burnt their brains out. And you can tell when the Beatles, by the way they dressed and they music. Yep, Magical Mystery Tour, Sergeant Pepper's, Tomorrow Never Knows. I mean, the Rubber Soul, that's my favorite Beatles album. That's my favorite Beatles album. I love the White Album too, because they start dabbling into that. And then the Helter Skelter, the Charles Manson era, and then when they came out with Helter Skelter and Revolution Number 9, and all that other stuff. That is great music. I bet you Jim Morrison probably woke up high from the Doors. I bet you he woke up high. I remember when he got kicked off the Ed Sullivan show. We got a really big show. These young cats coming up here from the Haight-Ashbury district in San Francisco, the Doors. And he wasn't supposed, when they played Light My Fire, he wasn't supposed to say, girl, we couldn't get much higher, but he did it anyway. And Ed Sullivan and them told them that they'd never come back and play there again. That was trip. Big Brother, what's going on, Big Brother? Hey, and there's another one. He know this one. Big Brother and the Holding Company. Don't tell them, Big Brother. Let's see if they know who. Y'all know who the band Big Brother. Now, if I say the lead singer's name, you'll know, but I ain't gonna say it. Big Brother and the Holding Company, and it's a Texas girl on top of that. Boy, she had a raggedy voice, but she could belt it out. Big Brother and the Holding Company. Yep, that's it. That's her. But man, we just went all over the place with that stuff. But before I forget, because I don't want to keep y'all here all day, these kids, well, they were younger than me. Well, hell, but this was a while ago. I can't remember what Floyd concert shirt I was wearing. I don't remember. But I remember wearing it. And it's a record store in San Antonio. It's actually a bookstore that's by San Antonio College over there by SAC. And it's like because San Antonio got a lot of colleges. You got Texas A&M San Antonio College, Our Lady of the Lake University. And then the one my daughter went to, I can't even remember the name of it. But anyway, and they got used bookstores. I guess, when the kids graduate, and they done paid all this damn money for a book. But half price bookstore, I guess, is better than getting nothing for it. If you couldn't sell it to another kid straight off, they sell them there. But they also sold records. Now, mainly used, but they would have some new records. And you get these new kids now and they want to bend dive because that's the cool thing to do. I ain't doing it because I'm cool. I'm doing it because I'm increasing my stock, and I get stuff because I recordings. I charge you for them. And I was wearing, I don't remember which tour shirt I was wearing, but I was wearing it. The guy said something about the shirt. And I said, yeah. He said, I ain't never seen that shirt before. I said, well, were you old enough to go to the concert? And he said, well, you don't look that old. I said, I'm older than I look. Trust me. And I said, well, there's a reason you ain't going to see this t-shirt, right? Because they only sold it at the event. I said, the copies on the internet, they're not the same as this. I said, you can get them with a different picture on the front. I said, because they get hit for infringement by Pink Floyd, EMI, or somebody like that. So they you can get one with all the tour dates on the back, but a different logo on the front, or the original logo on the front with no tour dates on the back. I said, the only way you're going to get this is if you actually went there. Well, where'd you get it? Where the hell what do you mean, where did I get it? Where do you think I got it? So, I said, are you a Floyd fan? I said, does the pig fly in your heart? And when I said that to him, he looked at the other guy and looked back at me. Hey, what's up, Keep It Techie? And, yeah, I was watching when I made that comment on that other video you was doing. I had to watch that one twice. Keep It Techie be losing me. I be happy, but see, I'll just go back and I'll watch it again because it be so much I can't absorb it all. So I gotta watch some and go back and watch the rest because I can't absorb it all. I know it's just passe to him, but I be struggling. But yeah. And I told him, I said, so I asked him, I said, do the pig fly in your heart? And he looked, like I say, he looked at the one guy real funny and then looked back. And I'm like, you don't know what I'm talking about, do you? And what's up, Mr. Bailey? I said, you don't know what I'm talking about, do you? And he is like, yeah. He said, pig? I said, okay. You got the Animals album? Yeah, I got them all. I said, okay, then if you have the Animals album, what's on the album cover? A pig. I said, what else is on the album cover? Why is it a pig? What's the pig to represent? And I said, you don't know, do you? And you know what I ain't want to say. You done saw a black guy with a Pink Floyd t-shirt on and you figure just cause you white that you gonna chump me that I don't know nothing about it. That was what my brain was saying. I'm about ready to get this boy a crash course in brain surgery, which is also the name of a song by a band called Budgie, a Welsh band, one of my favorite bands in the world, Budgie. Yeah, Budgie is look like a giant parakeet, and they even used the bird's image on their album covers and whatnot. But anyway, so I told him, I said, well, dude, which albums do you have? I said, I can help you out. I said, you got the first one? Do you got the first one? He said, the first one? I said, yeah. Yeah. So I said, no, Saucer Full of Secrets ain't the first one. I said, Pipers at the Gates of Dawn is the first album. That's the one with when Sid Barrett was the lead singer and guitar player, and David Gilmour wasn't even with the band yet. It's called Pipers at the Gates of Dawn. I say, I don't know. They might have it in here somewhere if you look. And I think that's when he realized, I didn't. Yeah, dude. I said, well, let me help you out anyway. Let me tell you about the album cover for the album that you said that you have. But but you couldn't come up with nothing else. That building is the Battersea Power Station that the pig is flying over. And the pig was the promotional thing, was a promotional gimmick, if you will, for the song's cuts on there, Pigs on the Wing. I said it's pigs, dogs, and sheep. Those were the three animals represented in the album, talking about people's mannerisms. Pigs for greed, sheep for followers, and dogs for the business, for the ruffians at the top that run the corporations of the world. I said, the pig. If I didn't care what happened to you, if you didn't care what happened to me and I didn't care what happened to you, we would zigzag our way through the boredom and pain, occasionally glancing up through the rain, wondering which of the buggers to blame, and watching for pigs on the wing. And he said, okay, man, you be cool, bro. And they, all right, y'all be good. They leave. An older white guy over in the next row over that's digging through. Hey, what's up, Deshaun? Hey, be careful out there, bruh. Be careful out there. And he look up when the kids walked away, white guy, and he look up at me and he smiles and he grins and he like and he stuck his fist over the rack and fist bumped me and he said, fucking kids. And he and I'm like, man, boy, if you don't get your ass out of here with this dumb shit, now here the killer part. Now, I bet you a white guy could have been wearing an NWA or a Wu-Tang t-shirt. Ain't nobody black gonna say nothing to him. But you see a black guy wearing a Pink Floyd t-shirt and you just had to say something. Well, let me go ahead and knock this dirt off your shoulder for you. But anyway, that was fun. That was fun. Never pass up a teachable moment, folks. Never pass up a teachable moment. But yeah, but I think the kids today, I ain't going to keep y'all here much longer. What's my timeline? Okay, I need to be out of here in 13 minutes. So anything y'all got to say, because 13 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and move on, because Sly going to the gym, and then I don't think we're doing our stream until like 8 o'clock tonight, like 8 o'clock tonight or something like that. And this is something else I was planning on doing. I want to go through different genres. Like next week, I want to, I want to go through the early rock, and then I want to do a show of the more, like from the I say the 70s on up. I still say, people, what's the greatest era of rock? I can't do it because even a Tangerine. Yeah. Oh man, I got all kind. I got so many t-shirts. I can't even keep up with them all, but I got plenty of them. I got Radiohead t-shirts. I got OK Computer t-shirt. I got Kid A t-shirt. I got the Benz. I don't have a Pablo Honey one. I got a Pablo Honey poster, but I don't have that. I got a Smashing Pumpkins, the Melancholy and Infinite Sadness poster. I got a whole bunch. I've seen Smashing Pumpkins twice. I've seen Radiohead once. Yeah, and that's what people say. See, no one can agree on what's considered early rock. To me, early rock meant at least a 4-piece band and a 4-piece band, and whether the singer played or not, don't matter, because I tell people, Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant, he don't sing. He don't sing. He don't play. People say, he play a harmonica. Yeah, but how often do you see him play it? But John Paul Jones and but I tell them, but everybody got their idea of what's early rock. I mean, are y'all talking Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley? You know what I'm saying? Is y'all talking, Ike Turner, with Rocket 88? Are y'all talking that rock and roll, or y'all talking the 60s rock on up? Because the rock got kind of soft there in the middle. And I ain't saying that like it's a bad thing, like the Zombies era. I love the Zombies. Man, time of the season, and she's not there, and tell her no, and all this other stuff. Man, the zombies, I used to love. It's the time. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Oh man, that era, where rock it just ebbs and flows. It's not the same. And then when you start coming up in the 70s, like I said, then you got Beach Boys, Jan and Dean, that's the surf rock. Dick Dale and his Dale tones, Dick Dale was a hell of a guitar player. Hell of a guitar player. And then you start coming in, like I say, the early 70s, and then disco came in and fizzled out. Thank goodness. I know, Carrie. I know. Okay, scratch on the thank goodness part. And so they got in the way of Aerosmith and Fleetwood Mac and Fleetwood Mac albums. I remember when they recorded the song Tusk with the USC marching band. How about that? The song, yeah. You were picked on by a female ninja because you subscribed to Rolling Stone. You should have gave her an elbow to the throat. That normally straighten people out. That elbow to the throat gets your undivided attention. But we have that. And then, like I said, then you got the rock that was trying to work around disco. And then new waves start coming in. Two-Way Army, who we all know as Gary Newman. Everybody, and people, the video for that is sick. Yeah, but I love that. I love that video. I love that video. And for the day, as conservative as people were, that was kind of written. I was no nudity or nothing, but even that was still kind of risque, in my opinion, for that era. But Manfred Mann, that was another band. A lot of people don't know the Big Brother X. Big Brother X. I got both the Big Brothers in the house. And the Mighty Quinn. Come on within. You not see nothing like the Mighty Quinn. The Zombies Red Argent went on to score huge with he sure did. Hold your head hold your head high. I remember that. But the Mighty Quinn, the song, I love the song, but I was a kid. I ain't know the Mighty Quinn's a drug dealer. The hell? Man, we ain't talking about nodding and dozing and whatnot. I'm like, man, what? The Mighty Quinn was a drug dealer. But the early the Stones, I like the early Stones better than I like the later Stones. No diss against the later Stones. I think they later song, the Undercover album didn't get the credit it deserved. I used to play the hell out of that Undercover album. That was man, I used to blow that record up. But Sticky Fingers is probably my favorite Rolling Stones album. If I had to, it's hard to pick just one, but if I had to pick one, it's probably Sticky Fingers. But but the Stones just put out so much music. But then you come further up, like I said, then you got the techno coming out of disco. I say Gary Newman, Two-Way Army, Ultravox, Visage, Stephen Strange, those guys there. And then then Rick Ocasek and the Cars come out. With Benjamin Orr. Yeah, sure did. And I do not like I know Springsteen made it, but I don't like his. I don't like his at all. The Man for Man version is ah, man. Uh uh boy, some silicone sister with the manager, Mister, told me I got what it takes. Said I'll turn you on, Sonny, to something strong. Play the song with the funky breaks. Oh man, I love that song. Tusk is your favorite. There's so many Fleetwood Mac songs. I can't pick one. I didn't find out that Sarah was about the baby that she aborted till I was watching behind the scenes on VH1 when they was interviewing Stevie Nicks. Cause I'm like, who is this Sarah person that she's singing to? Sarah, you're the glowing in my heart, never change, never stop. I'm like, who is this Sarah? But it was the baby that she aborted. Damn. And you got to carry that around with you in a song. I think that's a song I probably would have kept to myself, but that's just me. But I love the song. Stevie Nicks is a unique voice. You can't duplicate Stevie Nicks. How people do cover songs. Notice there's certain people that you don't never see. Oh, Fleetwood Mac had plenty of drama. Oh my goodness. Don't get me. Oh boy, anybody know that. They were in the hell. Jefferson Starship, Jefferson Airplane. Drama. Oh my God. Fleetwood Mac, drama. And another one, Alice Cooper. I've seen Alice Cooper 3 times. Well, he's from Detroit. Hell, you could see him at Cobo Hall. It was no big deal. Alice Cooper, another one. Love Alice Cooper. The ballad Dwight Fry, Second Coming. Oh man. Love You to Death. Feed My Frankenstein. Only Women Bleed. Welcome to My Nightmare. Landslide. Fleetwood Mac is just so many. Like I say, you don't copy. You can't. Well, you can try. You don't see too many people try to cover Fleetwood Mac. You can't duplicate Stevie Nicks. You can play the music, but you can't duplicate Stevie Nicks. Pat Benatar. Look at all the jams that she done put out. Heartbreaker, Dream Taker, Love Maker, Don't You Mess Around With Me. And it's a trip. Her and Spider is still married. Spider's the guitar player. They're still married. I think that is so cool. Husband and wife, rock and roll duo, and y'all on the road together, whatnot. School's out. Yeah, school, man, that was it. $1 Billion Babies, $1 Billion Babies, and Love You to Death. Those are my 2 favorite albums. But I tell people, how do you duplicate Pat Benatar's voice? Hell is for Children and Heartbreaker. How do you duplicate Stevie Nicks, Landslide, and how do you duplicate her voice? The Wilson sisters. I like the Wilson sisters. Man, her guitar intro solo for Crazy on You, man, that thing is beautiful. I hadn't heard other people play it, but I still say it's hers. Dancing Queen, ABBA. They made it's a guy. I'll leave it alone. He made a funny thing about he turned Dancing Queen into Finance Queen, poking at Barney Frank, former congressman or senator, whatever he was, somewhere up there in the Northeast corridor. Yeah, but Hart, the Wilson sisters. Yep. But then, like I say, the cars to me, they were techno. They were new wave before new wave was new wave. Gary Newman was new wave before new wave was new wave. Visage, Stephen Strange. Oh, here's something a lot of people may not know. Now, y'all know David Bowie is one of my top artists of all time, because I tell people you had sub rock, genre rock, new rock, wave rock, electro rock, then you had David Bowie. God dang it. I don't care. I don't give a damn. David Jones, but he changed the name Bowie and then was getting in trouble over the knife and whatnot. But anyway, and how he got that one eye like that. He got into a fight over a girl when he was a young boy, and his friend punched him and messed up his eye, and he had to go to hospital surgery and all that other stuff. That's why one of his eyes is like that. His friend gave him that, and that was his signature deal. Yeah, he went through his drug stuff too, but still, David Bowie. Oh my God, Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Weird and Gilly and the Spiders from Mars. He's another one. He went from pre-disco, then through disco, because Life on Mars and all that other stuff was out before disco. So they kind of came through with him, and then and he outlived them all musically. Yeah. His friend, he gave the story of how his eye got like that. His friend nailed him on over a girl. And I mean, well, of course, yeah. Magic Man, whoever that synth keyboard player was, he was killing it. Whoever he, she, it, whatever, they were killing it. But that's how he got that eye messed up like that. And he was for a while he was trying to hide it. And because even you have to remember when he done the Genie and all that other stuff, he had a patch over his eye. He wear a patch over his eye and whatnot. But then he realized, hey, this could be a marketing tool. You know what I mean? Hey, anything to draw attention. You in that line of business, baby. The albums, the music that he put out, and so many people, that tried that got bits and pieces from him to elevate their thing, their music. Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails, he said the same thing. Because remember, he done a song with David Bowie, I'm Afraid of Americans. And he done some other stuff with him. But Pet Shop Boys said, man, David Bowie influenced them so much, they even done the Hello Space Boy together. Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails. Y'all know by looking at my I'm a big 9 Inch Nails fan. I'm a big Depeche Mode fan. Depeche Mode says the same thing. David Bowie, I've seen Depeche Mode 4 times. I remember the last concert I went to up in San Antonio with Depeche Mode, and I'm standing there and the guy like, wow, you like Depeche Mode? I said, yeah. He said, you seen them before? I said, yeah. I said, well, I seen them. First time I seen them is a long time ago. And he said, how long? I said, 1983. And he looked at me real funny. And dude was like, dude, in 1983, I was 2. I'm like, okay. In 1983, you were 2. And in 1983, I was at a Depeche Mode concert. So I've been with Depeche Mode since day one, from Speak and Spell all the way up to now. I mean, Depeche Mode, I remember when their first album came out. I remember when Pet Shop Boys' first album came out. Pet Shop Boys set the world on fire for a year with West End Girls. That song right there solidified them right there. Yeah, yep, the Thin White Duke. That's what I'm telling, man. And Space Boy, and man, when he died, I'd ordered the Black Star, pre-ordered it, the vinyl. Because people, well, you get the vinyl. I said, dude, You get a free MP3 download. The code it's on a card in the vinyl record, and it got a code on it, and you can go online Amazon so you can download it. I'm like, so why would you buy a CD? Number one, I got record players all over the place anyway. So I got the download and I just burn it to a disc. So I got the CD too. Yeah, Strange Love. Yeah, that's Depeche Mode, Strange Love. And Depeche Mode is, I mean, just you can't nobody, you can't mess with me over Depeche Mode. I will fight you. I will fight you over Depeche Mode. I will fight you. I will get into a bare knuckle brawl with you over David Bowie, Depeche Mode, Parliament. I will get into a bare Radiohead. I will get into a bare knuckle fight with you over them, man. I'm telling you. But man, it's just so. But that's always been the argument. Classic rock, modern rock. I don't think no. Oh, and in this current era, there's no rock band killing it right now. I don't know if the creative flow is stopped. I mean, cause I've been a Metallica fan since the Ride the Lightning album. And Depeche Mode has so many hidden gems, and so does Pet Shop Boys. It's a song, a discoteca and single bilingual. They run together. Killer. Another Pet Shop Boys song you need to check out called DJ Culture. That song is, and they song King's Cross. It's been copied by what's the chick that shaved off her head? Sinead O'Connor. Sinead. She redone King's Cross. I think Kate redone King's Cross. Everybody that redone King's Cross that I know of were female singing Pet Shop Boys King's Cross. But I'm telling you, DJ Culture, you know where you went wrong. I mean, I'm talking the ones that you don't hear on the radio, and these Pet Shop Boys songs is killer. You know where you went wrong. DJ Culture, Discoteca, single bilingual. Like I already said, King's Cross. You're always on my mind, and how can you expect to be taken seriously? Them some killer songs right there. But anyway, you can't think of any. I can't think of anybody, because Korn, they fell off. They ate each other. Filter is gone. Helmet is gone. Metallica, like I said, that Death Magnet and whatnot. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but they, here lately, it's like people, they ain't putting nothing out. A lot of another fun fact, Soul to Squeeze was a throwaway song that they gave for the movie The Coneheads. It was a throwaway song, and it turned out to be a freaking smash hit. Man, I'm telling you, but Bowie just, but back to the thing. I ordered the album from Amazon and got my order in, paid for it and all this other stuff. And, they just came out with a new album. Cool. I'll check it out. And David Bowie died 2 days later. Well, hey, if y'all look into this channel here, look into my catalog, I got a lot of Deftones in there. Got a lot of Deftones, a lot of Nine Inch Nails. I think I got more Depeche Mode in there than anything. And then some other bands, I can't put them in because of copyright. As big of a Floyd fan as I am, I can't put them in. Big as the Tom Petty fan that I am, can't put them in. A big Bowie fan, I can't put them in. But But David Bowie died 2 days after the album was released, and he knew he was gonna die because he talks about it in the song Lazarus on the album. He talks about it. He knew he was going to die. He died. He died like 2 days after the album was released. And then, of course, once he died, you go back to Amazon and everywhere else, the record sold out and the price went through the roof. But I'd already ordered mine, so I got mine at regular price. So I didn't have to pay $100 for the Black Star album vinyl. Now, you know, the download, and see, you can't really do that for a download, you know, but to have an actual hard press copy of Black Star, the vinyl, man, I mean, that thing, you don't see a whole bunch of vinyl. Hold on a second here. God dang it, I ain't gonna waste too much time trying to find it. But I must have put it on the other rack. But another one I forgot about that I got on vinyl that everybody ain't got. Foo Fighters on vinyl. Wasting Light. Yes, sir. I need to do that one day on one of them. Just have a stack of stuff here that I just want to show y'all. I need to do that. Portishead. My daughter likes Portishead. But yeah, but I mean, but back in the day, I think it, like me and Sly was talking about this, I think it's dead. I think it's pretty much dead. And then even what it Marilyn Manson even made the song called Rock is Dead. And I don't want to think it's dead. Yeah, and I think I just Carrie, didn't I just upload Hall and Oates on this channel like a week or so ago? I think I just uploaded Hall and Oates on here, on this channel right here. And like I say, but it's a lot of stuff I can't upload because it's copyrighted and they give you a strike. So most of the stuff y'all see, the music you hear, it's my music. It's my music, and I'll just take some pictures and throw some pictures over it so I can try to get past the copyright thing. Because if you put up their video, guard that Foo Fighter, yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, you be surprised how hard it is to get this. And it's analog. They gave a story and made a video on how they done this on all analog equipment. And Butch Vig engineered it. Butch Vig engineered it. Dragons and Panic at the Disco Big. So folk line up for tickets for 21 Pilots. Get upset that those first two acts were called rock. Oh man, what I forget to tell y'all? Well, I kept forgetting. Yeah, the video, David Bowie's video, Ashes to Ashes, you know, where he wearing the puffy clown suit, you know, ashes to ashes, fun to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie, strung out in heavens high, feeling that all time low. And you see where they walking on the beach, got that crazy filter, and he's walking, and the people behind him is like two chicks. It's two chicks and two dudes. The dude all the way on the end with the big black hat, that's Stephen Strange. I wonder, a lot of people don't know that. That's Steve Strange. Yes, that's Steve Strange. That's him. In the video. If you go to YouTube and look up David Bowie singing Young Americans, the song Young Americans, where he got the Butch Vig is, yeah, he's the drummer of Garbage. Butch Vig ain't nothing to be played with. Butch Vig is, I don't care what nobody say. He's in the modern era, he's one of the best producers with people. Yeah, we can talk about what's his name that run Def Jam. Yeah, I know. I get it. Cause he do everything from rock to rap. He done Johnny Cash's last album. What's his name? I'm having a brain cramp. But anyway, Butch Vig ain't nothing to be played with. Nothing. And I love Garbage too. I got Garbage in here. On there, I'm only happy when it rains. That's the song that everybody know. My favorite song is from Garbage is the soundtrack song. Yeah, Rick Rubin. The soundtrack song, and I've read his, and I watched the video, that hour and a half long thing where he told me, you know, how he came up through, and when he helped out, you know, New Order with the Confusion deal. The song Confusion. You just can't believe me when I tell you what you cannot see. You just won't believe me when that's New Order. That was New Order right after Ian Curtis committed suicide, because they were Joy Division and he committed suicide, and they were like, crap, what the hell are we going to do? And so ain't no more Joy Division. So they created New Order, and the rest is history, as they say. I love New Order. Yeah, the excellent. Yeah. When you got Butch Vig, you can't help but have, I mean, think about this. Your drummer is Butch Vig. And what? But The World Is Not Enough. That is my favorite Garbage song. That is my favorite Garbage song. Butch Vig, yeah. Butch Vig is the drummer for Garbage. Look at the I'm only happy when it rains video, and look at The World Is Not Enough video, and he's sitting there there he is, bigger than snot, sitting there on drums. You know, yeah, in my world, Butch Vig is a freaking god. I got close enough to him. I wasn't trying to rush him or nothing, but was in you know, some of the venues and some of the stuff, and being a studio hand on making next to nothing on the side while I was still trying to figure out what I was going to do after I got out the Army, and I was, you know, the tape recording king. That's why a lot of this stuff I'm using here, hell, I just dusted this stuff off and figured out how to hook it up to the internet to make a live stream thing. I mean, you know, I had to buy some lights and tripods, but I'm still using my same Yamaha mixer. I got, even though I showed the unboxing of the new one, the one I put in the shop is back. So it's back up here, and the new one that I showed y'all unboxing in the video is back in the box. I'll keep it just in case this one screw up again. Sweetback, that's the band. That's Sade's band. Stu Matthewman and you know, them guy that Sweetback, that's Sade's band. And yeah, that's Sade's band. But the rock thing, Sly got a point, because I mean, it'd be next to impossible to do a versus like the rappers are doing with the rock, because the ones we need, they're dead. Chris Cornell is dead. Lane Staley is dead. Kurt Cobain is dead. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they're dead. There's some of the heavier hitters, they're dead. Now we can do Metallica versus Megadeth, you know, because Megadeth came from Metallica because of, you know, Dave Mustaine. You know, they kicked him out, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'll show you. I'll make a metal band that's just as heavy as yours. And they went, yeah, right. Next thing you know, we got Megadeth, and we going, holy shit. Let me see. Question, where does the best stereo equipment come from? Japan, Europe? Depends on what your definition of the best is. And it goes in eras too. Because I would say the United States. We made some of, now your esoteric, your, Counterpoint, Krell, Conrad Johnson, them, when you're paying, $8,000 amplifiers, $5,000 preamps, and stuff like that, your super high esoteric stuff, handmade speakers, United States. United States. Now, Japan makes some good stuff. The Brits used to make some good stuff, used to. Bang and Olufsen, come, from up there in the, thank you, sir. Thank you. And, yeah, we lost so damn many. I said, cause think about it. Oh, and another one. And he was on the cusp of being, and maybe that's what broke this guy down. He was right there. He was a follow-up album that they were going to kill it. Scott Weiland, Stone Temple Pilots. Remember, they broke up, and then he went with Velvet Revolver because Slash came from Guns N' Roses. And, I'm trying to tell you, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor, but you got to do it uninterrupted. Play their album, Tiny Music, Songs from the Vatican Gift Shop. Play that. Play that. Stone Temple Pilots, Tiny Music, Songs from the Vatican Gift Shop. Just play it from beginning to start. Just, he couldn't stay. I think it overwhelmed him. I think he got overwhelmed. Stone Temple Pilots. And then when they said Stone Temple Pilots breaking up, what? Have you lost your freaking mind? Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Dude. Is it you? Is it me? Search for things that you can't see. Going wild out of reach. Hey, my favorite Stone Temple Pilots song is Interstate Love Song. I love that song. I love that song. Interstate Love Song. Yeah. Yes. Pearl Jam. This is another one we talked about on the music thing with Sly. They shot themselves in the ass with the album 10. That album was so good. There was no way they were going to climb that mountain again. No way. 10 was just so damn good. Man, that album was great. What are you going to do? Another one, Soundgarden, Chris Cornell, he ain't with us no more. Look, Bad Motor Finger, Soundgarden was bumping. Alice in Chains, Lane Staley. And the killer, went to it was, now dig this concert lineup, in the Texas heat. It was outdoors in Austin. People don't know, Austin is a music hub. They have the South by Southwest thing. It's in Austin, Texas. Austin is libtard as hell, but yeah, I love Sex Type Thing too. It was Suicidal Tendencies, and they killed it. Suicidal Tendencies, Candlebox, remember them? Candlebox. Suicidal opened up, then it was Candlebox, Then it was Rob Halford and Fight because he hadn't got back up. He hadn't got back with formed back with Judas Priest then. It was Rob Halford and Fight, Alice in Chains, and Metallica. All in one show, one day. I was stoked. Stoked. And the body wave, the wave, I mean, man, you ain't never felt nothing like that before in your life. If you fall, you're screwed. You're screwed. Because it's just so, I mean, it's just, and you just going with, and it's just, man, it was hot. Gee, hot in Texas in the summertime. I know you may find that hard to believe. I still got my Suicidal Tendencies t-shirt from it. It's Suicidal for Life. That's what it says on it. Suicidal for Life, Texas Jam, Texas Jam. This and I got that t-shirt, and I still have my Alice in Chains t-shirt. I couldn't get a Metallica one. I don't even think Candlebox. The only one they had, the one with all of them on it, that was the only way you was gonna get Candlebox. And but man, that was a fucking great show. I hate Austin, but for different reasons. But Austin is a music mecca. People have no idea. South by Southwest. And that was a great show. Great show. And but man, this stuff here, I don't think it can be duplicated. Like I was telling Slime, man, there ain't gonna be no verses with rock bands. I mean, besides Metallica and Megadeth, what you gonna have? Okay, we can have 9 Inch Nails and Deftones. We can do that. 9 Inch Nails versus Deftones. We can do Metallica versus Megadeth. Who are we gonna pair Judas Priest up with? Probably Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden versus Judas Priest. Okay, I can do that because I love Iron Maiden too. And then I'm Iron Maiden fan from the Paul Di'Anno days. Steve wasn't a member. I mean, I was listening to Iron Maiden when Di'Anno was the lead singer. Murders in the Rue Morgue. Yeah. The Killer from the Killers album, the original Iron Maiden album and the Killers album. Scream for mercy. He laughs as he's watching you bleed. Killer behind you. His bloodlust defies all his needs. How about that? Football update. That's fine. Yeah. Oh, Radiohead to kill Blink 182. If I was Blink 182, I wouldn't show up. I'd tell him I got the coof. Because I wouldn't want that. Okay, here's the thing. I tell people, what are you gonna do about John Greenwood? Have any of y'all really, I mean, watch, oh my, this guy, now he's another, I put him on the list of guitar gods. It's I wouldn't even show up. I'd be hitting my cough button. I got a cough button, y'all, so I can take my voice out. I'd be like, man, I'm not fit because I got and hope I don't screw up and not hit the button. Don't find out that I'm faking. Oh man. Radiohead is, John Greenwood. I guess if your name John, you're going to be a great, because you got John Greenwood for Radiohead and Johnny Marr from the Smiths. That's another one. Where do you put the Smiths? People like, well, they kind of new wavy, but they kind of Brit poppy, and well, Morrissey's an ass. Who cares? Morrissey did cancel. I did have some tickets and Morrissey canceled. He good at doing that goofball crap. Damn it. But man, I mean, I tell people it's something else. Go to YouTube and put in Later with Jules Holland. A lot of people, I love that show. I wish they still had it. Later with Jules Holland and Radiohead played Paranoid Android live on Jules Holland's show. I'm oh, oh man. You can't touch it. You can't touch it. You can't. You know, I mean, like, and you look at, I'm like, I don't think Les Paul designed the Telecaster to be played like that, Mr. Greenwood. And he like, and I'm like, whoa, do that again. Radiohead, the Greenwoods, they kill it. And it, you know, anyway, yeah, but that's good. Morrissey, I'm telling you, I love a Smith. I love the Smiths. Dude, dig this. I got Hand and Glove, not the album version. I got the 7-inch release. I got the 7-inch of Hand and Glove for the Smiths. I sure do. I sure do. I got a first run pressing 1/1 of The Queen is Dead by the Smiths. When I bought it, it was like about 5 or 6 records left in the box. When I got mine, at about time and people got theirs, it was like 5 or 6 left in the box. I got a 1/1 of The Queen is Dead. I got Hand and Glove. I got the 7-inch Hand and Glove original. How about that? Oh man, I'm afraid to see what them things are worth. I don't want to know. Yeah, but oh man, I'm telling you, that was a great show. Radiohead set that show on fire. On Later with Jules Holland. Later with Jules Holland. Man. But that Radiohead is another one. You can't put them in a genre. They don't fit anywhere. I mean, where do you put them? You know, oh, and there's the thing, I got a meme, somebody said, and people got all butthurt. I put it up. And there was a picture of a guy like this, and he's looking at a noose, you know, like hanging. And they say, you know, trying to figure out, you know, this from that. We call that the Morrissey effect. And people got all butthurt. Oh, y'all making fun of suicide. No, we're not. Nig, your crate digging is more on point than Pete Rock, Questlove, and Marley Marl. Man, look here. I give them a run for their money. Now they just famous. Dude, it's a trip. Some of my old mixtapes is still out there. And people like, man, you ought to put them online. I said, dude, number one, I dodged the RIAA. I never got popped. And I'm past the statute of limitations. I will be a damn fool to put this stuff on YouTube because number one, y'all know how Massive Dynamic treat my ass anyway. I'd be a damn fool to put this stuff on YouTube and give the RIAA a second swing at me. I'd be a damn fool with my logo, and I still got my original logo. A friend of mine's son made the logo for me, and I had it and I put it on all the covers of my tape cases on the little paper, the little liner note. That's my logo. I started to make it my little deal down in the corner, like where y'all see my other turntable. Y'all see that little hologram picture? That's the turntable in my living room. That's a dual 721. That turntable is, I think it's 1979. That's a 79. And the one up in the corner that's on my deal, that 1219, I think that's a 1974 or 75. Um, I'm like, I'd be a damn fool to give them a second crack at me because I never got picked. I never got nothing. I didn't get caught up in the Napster thing, nothing. And I be the, but I'm past the statute of limitations. But of course, yeah, I sold a shitload of, I can't even, I probably couldn't even quantify how many tapes and then later on CDs I done sold. And no, I ain't standing on no corner bugging you as you going into the damn convenience store. I got so far with it that people were putting in, you may as well say putting in orders with me. They don't even know what you got because they know they can flip it. I used to sell tapes and CDs to DJs and clubs. They playing my set. Well, the only thing they gotta do is put it in and play it. Rock ones, rap ones, dance ones, you name it, I got them. Yep, that's a trip. And when I see my logo on stuff and see it somewhere, I would just smile. I just smile because nobody would figure it's me. There's no way it could be me. And I just smile. That was good enough for me. That made me feel good. But y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, and the last thing. Oh man, what was that? Like I said, the people got all mad about the noose and the guy called the Morrissey effect because you know the sadness in his music and he do all that other stuff. They is crying about that. I remember when they was getting trying not to play the replacements or play their songs on the radio because the song "The Ledge" is about suicide. If you really listen to it, is about suicide. But people, they just, but some people got it, but then they try to block it from the radio and they don't play the video on TV. The only replacements video I remember them playing is Bastards of Young. But anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. I appreciate all of y'all coming by. We're about ready to hit the 2-minute mark. If you didn't hit because I'm not looking at the screen, I'm in OBS, as you can tell. So I can't see views or likes or any of that other stuff. If you haven't hit the like, help a brother out so I can move up the algorithm. And next time I'll have some vinyl stacked here to show you guys. So hopefully we'll get to do this next Sunday at the same time. I'll do the same little minute and a half promo video, the night before if everything looked like it's going to go. And then I'll see y'all next week. This was awesome. Thank you, dear. And hopefully we can turn this into a regular thing and we can get this and we can grow this up. And then we can do this again. So let's plan on doing this next Sunday at the same time, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. If something happens, good or bad, I'll make the little promo like I done. Okay? Thank y'all. Be good, be safe. And for y'all that's going to come to the live stream on Sly's channel later on tonight, I'll see y'all there. Peace.